the NSA spying scandal. Let's get to that. It's deepening. Vermont's liberal, I would say socialist Senator Bernie Sanders sent a letter to the NSA director last week asking this: has the NSA spied, or is the NSA currently spying on members of Congress or other American elected officials? An NSA spokesperson responded with kind of a non-answer. Here's the answer. Members of Congress have the same privacy protections as all U.S. persons. Is anyone, even our elected officials, safe from this kind of prying and record-keeping? We've already introduced the man pontificating on socialism, so here he is again, Judge Napolitano. Is it possible that the administration is spying on Republicans?
I think it's probable that it's spying on all members of Congress. And the backstory to this is Senator Sanders' letter to General Alexander followed an interesting back and forth between Senator Rand Paul and a Republican from Long Island, Congressman Peter King. Yep. Senator Paul said General Clapper, General Alexander's boss, the one who rubbed his forehead and said no when he was asked by Senator Wyden if the NSA is gathering massive amounts of data about tens or hundreds of millions of Americans. That Senator Paul said General Clapper perjured himself and should go to jail for it. Congressman King says, you're wrong. I don't care if they spy on me. He doesn't care if it's perjury because it's keeping America safe. But put aside the absurdity and clownishness of that argument. It reminded the NSA that they could be prosecuted for perjury. So rather than saying no and lying to Senator Sanders, rather than saying yes and telling the truth, they gave that absurd, middle-of-the-road, meaningless answer. Members of Congress have the same privacy protection as all U.S. persons, which is to say, from the NSA, none.
Now, we've used the expression spying. Is the NSA spying on members of Congress?
Well,
but that's a pejorative word, and it goes beyond tracking. I mean, if the NSA is tracking phone calls, not recording the calls themselves, but looking at who called who and when,
The Guardian magazine.
Is that spying?
Okay, good question. The Guardian magazine, which I know you read all the time in your youth at the London School of Economics. The Guardian magazine, which is the recipient, one of the designated recipients from Edward Snowden, reported in September that raw data, now that's not metadata, that's texts of emails and digital recordings of phone conversations, is given by the NSA to our allies, among whom are Israel and Great Britain. It also reported that raw data is given to the NSA's boss, the President of the United States.
So you're leaving open the opportunity.
Could you imagine General Alexander going into the Oval Office saying, Mr. President, guess what Rand Paul and Ted Cruz are cooking up now? Here's a tape of them talking to each other yesterday. This is not fanciful. It's criminal, but it's probable.
You say probable?
Well, yes, because they won't deny it. Listen, the NSA works for the president. The president and the Congress, under our constitutional scheme, are equals. The president can no more spy on the Congress lawfully than the Congress can tell the president how to maneuver troops in wartime. This is a serious constitutional violation, and they refuse to deny it.
You have an issue, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Judge, thanks very much indeed, sir.